What is up, everybody? Loser Mets fan here with a little late night video update. I'm not here to be Jeff Passan, breaking news or anything like that, clearly. But I figured I would hop on now for an update because, as most of you probably have already seen at this point, Kyle Tucker has just been signed by the Dodgers. Wow. I will actually be the first to admit, I actually am a little bit surprised. Not necessarily because the Mets didn't get Tucker, but more so just because it was the Dodgers. And, call me naive, but I just, I feel like we haven't seen quite this level of hoarding talent and just an embarrassment of riches since the dynastic Yankees. I don't think we've seen this type of activity in the league since around that time. And I thought that Tucker may have gone elsewhere if not the Mets. Of course, as this all pertains to the Mets, we saw Steve Cohen tweeting tonight. As I mentioned in a previous video, I'm starting to really think that Steve may have to cut it out with the tweeting. I think it's kind of run its course. I'm not at this point really a huge fan of the owner being kind of snarky and trying to joke around and do all this on Twitter. And look, I get it. I'm not trying to take things too seriously. At the end of the day, we're rooting for a sports team that we support. It's not life and death, but I just think that it may be a more professional look, and he may start rubbing some of the fan base the wrong way with his interactions on Twitter and elsewhere. So as far as the Mets and the roster, though, what does this mean? If you look back at one of my earlier videos, you can see that at one point I was very high on Bellinger. I think at this point for the Mets, this should really possibly be the sign to really make this season a little bit more of a reevaluation year and not necessarily an all-in season. It's probably not what a lot of the fans want to hear, but I think we may need to accept that and, pick up a serviceable corner outfielder and kind of just go from there. So let me know what you guys think, and I will see you very soon.